And so if you haven't done so already, I'd like you to make sure that your space, your setup is something that is comfortable for you. We don't typically recommend practicing yoga nidra in a bed because the body associates being in a bed with going to traditional sleep. And while we do want to go to, we'll call it an altered state of consciousness, we do want to create the conditions for you to not go into like a normal REM cycle. The idea, hopefully, here is to remain awake or conscious throughout the entire experience, even if your mind is in some other state of being, if that makes sense. Now, the good news is that if you do fall asleep, that's okay. In my estimation, that just means that you need it. But we do want to set the intention from the start that we don't fall asleep. And if it happens, that's okay. I like to say that we're not working with a conscious mind. So if the conscious mind goes away, it's kind of out of the way for you a little bit, as long as it's not too distracting. I'll give just a couple of cues for setting up your palette or your nest. And typically it's a yoga mat, maybe two or three folded blankets on top of that. I don't recommend a bed pillow under your head. It can be fine when you're sleeping, but when we're doing this practice, it can actually pull on the neck a little bit, and that can be uncomfortable after a little while. So if you do need support under your head, I recommend a folded blanket or maybe like a soft, thin cushion. Now, if you tend to have lower back pain when you lay on your back, I'd recommend putting a bed pillow or a yoga bolster underneath your knees just to keep the knees slightly bent. And you can also cover up with a blanket if you'd like to. When we are in this state, the temperature of the body naturally drops. So even if you're comfortably warm right now, that might not be true in about 30 minutes. So if it's too much to have a blanket on you right now, you might just have it nearby. The last thing I'll mention for setting up is that some people like to have eye pillows for this practice. You can do it, but it can be just like the pillow under the head, it can start to be uncomfortable after a while, or it can be too heavy after a while if it's one of those weighted eye pillows. And so if you do need something covering your eye or eyes, I recommend using like the sleeve of a shirt or a sock or a tissue, something very, very light that's not going to irritate you a little bit later on. All right. I think that's all the setup that I'll go through. Take the next minute or so just to lay down and make yourself as comfortable as you can as we go into this experience. And as you lay down, and take your time if you're still working toward that state, but as you lay down, make any additional movements or adjustments to be as comfortable as you can here. Maybe you realize you do need that blanket or that blanket is too much. Now is the time to make adjustments. And during this practice, you may hear some noises in your own environment. Maybe even something will come through on my end, though I'll try to mitigate that. And if something does come up, if there is a noise that's distracting or irritating or annoying to you, for the sake of the practice, just let it be a sound that you don't attach any meaning or emotional reaction to. It's like a wave rising and falling. It's there, then it's gone without any attachment. Allowing your body to find a state of relative stillness. And during this practice, do try to remain as still as possible. If you do need to shift, that's okay, but having the intention of remaining still. And feel the points of contact your body makes with the floor, the heels, the legs, hips, your back. arms and hands, in the back of your head. And allow yourself to feel supported through these points, the earth rising up to hold you. And knowing that you are completely supported in this moment, just see if you can relax a little bit deeper. Surrendering to the embrace of the earth. And you may start to notice the steady flow of your breath, expanding and contracting, chest and belly rising and falling. And if it feels effortless to do so, you might just invite the breath to really only move in the belly. You don't have to force it. Just see if it feels natural, and if it doesn't, that's okay. And allow my words to be your words. I am going to practice Yoga Nidra to restore my energy. I am going to practice Yoga Nidra to connect to my core self. I am going to practice Yoga Nidra to experience deep peace. I am going to practice Yoga Nidra right now. So we'll begin our practice with a body scan. During this practice, all you need to do is bring your awareness to each point or region of the body as I name it. And if you lose track of where we are, simply pick up wherever we happen to be at the moment your mind comes back. So start by bringing your awareness to the top of your head. And then move your awareness to your forehead. The sides of your head, the back of your head, your eyelids, your eyes, the space behind your eyes, your inner ears, your ears, the bridge of your nose, the openings of your nostrils, both cheekbones, your lips, the roof of your mouth, your tongue, the front of your neck and throat, the back of your neck, the tops of your shoulders, your shoulder joints, your upper arms, both elbows, your forearms, both wrists, the palms of your hands, all of your fingers and thumbs, the backs of your hands. Bring your awareness to your collarbones, the muscles of your chest, the front half of your rib cage, the back half of your rib cage, your shoulder blades, your front abdomen, your lower back, the muscles and organs of your pelvis, both hip joints, the tops of your thighs, the backs of your thighs, both knees, both shins, your calves, your ankles, the tops of your feet, all of your toes, the soles of your feet, your entire body, your entire body, your entire body. And feel the body breathing. And try now to breathe exclusively to your abdomen. Do you inhale, feeling the belly rise? And as you exhale, feeling the belly release. Inhale, the belly rises. And exhale, release. And try to relax any movement of the rib cage. Most, if not all, of the movement happening in the soft belly. And as you watch the belly rise and fall with your breath, in your mind, begin to chant the mantra or sound of the breath. And on inhale, that sound is so, S-O, so. And on exhale, that sound is hum, H-U-M. Inhale, so. Exhale the sound hum. So, hum. So, hum. Please continue. So, hum. So, hum. Please allow the mantra to fade. The breath remaining relaxed in the abdomen. And allow your awareness to spread to your entire body once more. Aware of your body, please feel your body heavy, as if gravity has been increased. You're being pulled toward the core of the planet. Feel your body heavy. And then feel your body light, as if gravity is starting to let go of you. You could almost float away. Feel your body light. And then feel your body heavy, as if you were made of stone, solid, rooted, grounded, like a mountain. Feel your body heavy. And then feel your body light again, as if you were made of air. You could float through the sky. Feel your body light. And then feel the weight of your body come to a comfortable middle. And be aware of the aspect of your mind that was unbothered if the body was heavy or light, but simply observed. Still aware of the body, please feel your body cold, as if you were stuck outside in a snowstorm, lots of wind, no coat on. Feel your body cold. And then feel your body hot, uncomfortably hot. So you were in the sweltering jungle, sweat dripping, almost suffocating heat. Feel your body hot. And then feel your body cold again, as if you were standing in a deep freezer, almost shivering. Feel your body cold. And then feel your body hot again, as if you were standing just too close to the fire. The heat on and within you, feel your body hot. And then feel the temperature of your body come to a comfortable middle. And notice the aspect of your mind that was unperturbed by how hot or cold your body was. Please bring to mind a time when you felt sad, a time when you felt sad. Not what made you feel sad, but the feeling of sadness. Bring that to mind now. And then bring to mind a time when you felt joyful, happy, elated, excited. Again, not what caused you to feel that way, but the feeling of joy. What does that feel like? Bring that to mind now. And then bring to mind a time when you felt angry, livid, furious. Again, not what caused you to feel that way, but the feeling of anger. What does that feel like? Bring that to mind now. And then bring to mind a time when you felt like everything was going your way. The stars magically aligned for you, and maybe things felt at ease or effortless. What does ease feel like? Bring that to mind now. And then bring your awareness to the aspect of your mind that was undisturbed by the shifting emotional states, but simply observed with curiosity and pure awareness. And become aware of that watcher, that witnessing consciousness. And staying with that witness, I'd like you to imagine a screen about 6 inches in front of your forehead, like a movie theater screen. And at first, see the screen blank. There's nothing on it. But as you continue to observe the screen, images start to form, shapes start to form. Whatever comes to the screen, allow it to be there and simply witness it. Don't try to judge it or change it. Just see it. If you find yourself getting involved with anything you see, just sit back again and just observe, allowing the image to shift and morph on its own. Please allow the screen to go blank again. In a moment, I'll be naming off random images. Try to bring the image to the screen in as much clarity as you can in the short amount of time I give you to do so. So just see the image, don't try to draw it or paint it in your mind. Just see whatever comes up. And so on that screen, please see a sunset, a red rose, the open road, snow-capped mountain peaks, a crowded street, waves on the ocean, An apple tree. The full moon. A chapel. A puppy playing in the yard. An old woman. A lone tree in a field. A thunderstorm. A graveyard at night. Waves on the ocean. A thick forest. A crowded airport. A newborn child. The rising sun. Sands on the beach. A still lake. A swing set. A classroom. The crescent moon. Allow the screen to fade. And imagine yourself standing on a beach facing the ocean. What does that look like? What does that feel like? Smell like? See the image as clearly as you can. You standing on the beach, facing the ocean. And standing here, you begin to feel a sense of peace, trust, and belonging. And something deep inside of you that you trust, a benevolent call, draws you toward the ocean and you walk towards it. You walk into the ocean, the water lapping over your feet and ankles. You walk further, water up to your knees. And the water's just the right temperature. Splashes around your thighs and waist. You walk deeper and further into the ocean. Up to your chest, up to your neck. And you find that you are not buoyant. Rather, your feet stay rooted to the seafloor, continuing to trust that voice within. You take another step and your head is submerged, and you can find that you still breathe. You walk further in, sloping downward into the darkness of the ocean. Slowly noticing the light from above start to fade as you walk further and further in. Deeper, deeper. After a while, you can barely see ahead of you. The light above, faint, almost indiscernible. And the seafloor levels off. And there's a spot ahead that's just one shade darker than the darkness surrounding it. It's a cave. And that calling deep inside of you is telling you to enter the cave without fear, worry, or concern. You step into complete darkness. And you keep walking, trusting, knowing that you'll be safe. And you wander forward into the darkness. And after a time, you notice a faint light ahead in the distance. You slowly head toward that light, it growing brighter and stronger the closer you get. And as you approach, you realize the light is the exit to the cave. And as you step out into the light, you find yourself in your most peaceful place. Don't draw it, just see it. What's your most peaceful place? Be there now. And you feel yourself excited that you've arrived here. And so you explore, you wander, you find different objects, maybe different beings. You take in the splendor of this peaceful place. And after a time, you decide to sit And as you sit, you sense someone sitting beside you, a benevolent energy. And as you turn to look at the being, you see your guide, your inner guide. They might take a specific form, they might remain ethereal, but you know them for who they are because you know who they are, this guide. And you're so grateful to see them. You're so grateful to see them because there's been a question on your heart lately, something that you might not have even been able to bring into your conscious mind, that you need guidance on. So ask the guide the question, the thing that you need guidance on, whether you understand the question or not. Let it come forward now. And as you ask the question, the guide responds and gives you the answer. Listen. Listen to what they have to say. And the answer might not make sense right now, or it might make complete sense. Either way, you commit it to memory. And you thank the guide for its wisdom. And the guide assures you that it is always here inside of you, here in this most peaceful place, content with your answer for now. The guide fades, and you allow yourself to just rest in this peace, this refuge within. resting in this peaceful place. Resting in this most peaceful place. You begin to recall that in some place, in some time, you are resting on the floor, practicing yoga nidra and listening to the sound of my voice. So you allow your consciousness to move into that body, knowing that that peaceful place, that refuge within, still exists inside of you, a place that you can return to time and time again. As your consciousness drops back into your body, remember the question and the answer. The question you asked your guide and the answer that it gave you. And if you're unable to, that's okay. You still know the answer regardless. And feel gratitude for having received such deep wisdom, such deep connection, such deep support. Gratitude for all of it. Notice the steady rise and fall of your abdomen, hearing the echo of so hum. And with your eyes remaining closed, picture or remember the room around you in as much detail as you can. In your mind, see the room around you. And feel your body resting in this room. The connection points to the floor, the earth, the clothing, the blankets. And when you're ready, slowly begin to take a deeper, fuller breath. And after a time, it may feel right to start to make gentle movements in your body, your arms and legs, stretching the fingers and feet. Go at your own pace for this. You don't have to rush. But when the time comes for you, roll onto your right side. You can take as much time as you need with that. And when you feel ready, you can eventually, whenever that is, bring yourself up to a seat. And when you eventually come to a seat, and again, take as much time as you need, just sit and feel, be present. Don't turn away from this experience just yet. Recalling that peaceful place within, the guide, the question, the answer, the calm breath. All of it is still here for you. And all of it you can return to again when needed. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Namaste.